Martial arts, the Professional Fighters League canceling its 2020 season. Of course, this is over concerns about the pandemic. The organization now planning to hold its 2021 season in a bubble, similar to what the NBA is doing. Of course, let's dig into what we're seeing with this shift in this league itself. Donn Davis is the co-founder and chairman of the Professional Fighters League. Donn, thanks for joining us. And this bubble idea, I mean, people have an idea about what mixed martial arts is, but of course the league is different. It's actually sort of like a sports league, like other leagues, isn't it?
Yes, the Professional Fighters League is exactly like, the NBA, NFL, or any of the sports leagues people are used to, in that individual fighters compete in a regular season, playoffs, and championship. So it's a meritocracy and transparency. It's win in advance, like any of the sports we know. So a promoter doesn't decide who's number one or number two. It's win in advance. So we all wish that LeBron James might make the playoffs this year, but we can't just decide he makes the playoffs. He has to earn it. And in the Professional Fighters League, every fighter has to win 4 times in a row to become the champion each year.
Now, many a quote-unquote league has tried to take the UFC crown away from UFC, Don, and you're no different than Bellator or ONE, for example. You're trying to differentiate yourselves by, say, treating the players better, guaranteeing a $1 million win in each weight class. And you are gaining some players and some fighters. How many more will you need to get in order to get the fan base up to the level of UFC or thereabouts?
Yeah, well, look, PFL has already accomplished what no other combat sports league has ever done. First of all, our product. What you talked about in terms of that fighter-first culture, currently we have 15% of our roster is top 20 ranked athletes in the world. The UFC only has 19% of the roster. So we already have the second best fighter roster in the world. Number 2, media audience, or people watching. Our last event, the 2019 championship from Madison Square Gardens, had 400,000 viewers on ESPN. The viewers for UFC on ESPN are only 1 million per event. So we're already 40% of their audience, and that's after 2 years, and they've been around 25 years. And the last is distribution.
Well, 2 years is PFL. I mean, you came in early 2017, but it was WSOS before that. But yes, go on, continue.
But we just bought, WSOS, we just bought fighter contracts from them. It was not the format, not the brand, not anything related to the PFL.
Yeah.
And then the third of all is distribution. We're in 160 countries on the number 1 or number 2 media outlet. UFC's in 160 countries. So if you're a fighter right now, it's the very best day in the world for you because you can get the same outlet in terms of fighting the best talent and being seen by the most people and winning the most prize money and controlling your own destiny in the
sports during a pandemic. Well, obviously, there's contact in sports. This is what happens. You're setting up a bubble environment, but what are the protocols in place? Because, I mean, we're showing viewers the footage right now, and, I mean, people are right on top of each other, right? That's the nature of mixed martial arts.
Yeah, look, great question. 2 parts to that question. 1, the competition, and then 2, the fans. And in terms of the competition, both the NBA and the UFC, to their credit, protocols in COVID have proven how you do it from a competitive standpoint. And that's what PFL will be doing in May of 2021. And from the fan standpoint, the PFL has always been founded as a global media and content company. We really care about the 5 to 10 million people watching, and that's how we're founded. Under 5% of our revenue is from the in-venue and the ticket experience. That's 33% for the NBA or the NFL or MLB. So the PFL is really about the TV, streaming, and mobile experience. And so having that made-for-TV product has no impact for us in terms of the bubble experience.
And you do air the undercards for free on Facebook, and you also analyse the sport as it's going along, so you sort of educate new viewers potentially. And you have Kayla Harrison, who is the highest-paid female fighter, so congratulations on that. Look, I do want to ask you, and it has to be yes or no answer because we're out of time. Conor McGregor had said for a long time that he wanted a piece of UFC, right? That he wanted equity or skin in the game, so to speak. Is that something that you would ever consider for your fighters?
The PFL has fighters with equity and will continue to offer fighters equity in the PFL. We want them to be true partners.